And we are live. Good afternoon, Maskara say, Goeiemiddag. Welcome to another episode of Young African and Proud. I'm your host, Chantel Muchaya, and on today's episode, we're in South Africa, all the way in Gauteng, where we are meeting the beautiful, the talented, the creative Tebogo Katsaitis. My lady, welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for having
Straight
me.
into it. So, for those that are wondering, who is this beautiful, gorgeous lady on the other side of the screen? What would you say to them? Who is Tebuho?
Tebogo is a devoted mother, a social entrepreneur, and a soul and R&B DJ, and a person who just loves life. And I'm very passionate about seeing people thrive and becoming the better version of themselves, and especially people in the creative industry. That's why Tebogo Mafole Katsaitis Foundation was formed to offer emotional support to the creative industry as a whole. As I mentioned, I'm a creative. I've been in the creative industry for over 20 years as an artist manager, and 10 years ago, I became a DJ. So, having realized the challenges that the creative people go through, I then decided that, you know what, I think it's time for me to start this foundation where I make an impact in people's lives and offer
Hmm.
emotional support and mental health support to the creative industry. So, in a nutshell, that's who Tebogo is.
Wow.
It's all about making an impact and seeing people thrive.
Hmm. I love that. I love that. You are a multi-diverse person. You're multi-skilled, and what I love is that you saw a need in the music industry, and you decided, to do something about it because we are losing a lot of our artists, due to suicide. And others are going through depression and they don't get enough support. So, thank you, my lady, for choosing to
Thank
care.
you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Um, and indeed, as you're saying that we're losing a lot of creatives due to suicide and depression, I think my own personal story, I can relate. I've gone through depression, I've gone through major depression, I've gone through divorce, I've gone through grief. So all those life challenges, it's easy for me to relate to people in the creative industry as part of the creative
Mm.
myself. So hence this platform, hence this organization was started really because I realized that it's important to have support. It's important to have a network of people who can stand with you and walk the journey, with you. So that's why I'm saying that I want to do this so that I can offer a helping hand to people that are going through these difficult challenges. And you know that
Mm.
as people, we don't want to be judged. I think that's the reason why people don't talk about the challenges they're going through because of the judgment around it. So we as the Mafole Foundation, we want to create a platform where we're saying that this is a space where you can come and talk, and is a non-judgmental space where we just want to offer support, and build a community of, love and support where we can work with you.
I love that. I love that. And what are some of the success that you have, experienced through your foundation?
We've got support groups we have people who come there just to gain support from us. I think it was the 1st of May, we had a creative workshop where we had a few creatives within the industry to come, and we had people who are well known in the industry as well, and some mental health professionals who came, and we had a workshop on the day where people came through, and really that actually opened our eyes to realize that there is a lot of people. It was an open conversation where people had to talk about the issues that affect them. And for me to see a lot of young people coming to that workshop, for them to feel that they were impacted, and over and above that workshop where we can still offer support, for me, I think it was a great milestone for us as an organization to show that we are making a difference and we are impacting people's lives.
Mm. And I love that you're also impacting the lives of our youth, because our youth is the future of this country. And I love that you're tapping into that and providing them with support. Well done to you and your
Thank you
team.
so much. Thank you so much. I mean, they are tomorrow's leaders, and we need to start with them. If they broken, then we don't have leaders for tomorrow. So we need to shape up the youth to be better people tomorrow. Because without them, then the world won't be a better place. So that's where we start to shape the young ones so that they can have a better tomorrow.
Mm. I love that. I love that. So if there's anyone maybe, considering joining a support group, because I know there's many support groups out there, but someone is a bit hesitant when it comes to joining, what advice would you give to someone? It doesn't matter what support group, but what's your opinion regarding support groups?
I mean, it's difficult as people to join, especially when they don't know how they're going to be received. Like I said, that people are afraid to talk about the situations or challenges they impact. But for me in particular, like I said, being in the creative industry, I think it's easy for people to be open up because I know, because I always use my story. Because once you use your story and where you've been, it's easy for people to come and open up. As I said, I'm in the creative space. So when I talk about the support group that we have, I think because we are relatable, it's easy for people to join the support group. I think it's time that people just take a step. It's a good way to take a step and not be afraid of judgment, and just know that I'm doing it for myself because I want to heal. It's all about me. It's time that people put themselves first. When you put yourself first, then everything else can follow.
Whilst we still on, mental health, especially in the creative sector, based on your experiences, because you've also mentioned that you've managed some artists and now you're also performing in the industry, but based on your own your experiences, what do you think is causing what is the cause of the mental health challenges that our artists or our creatives are facing? Maybe can you share with us some three experiences or what you think are the three causes that's contributing to this?
The creative industry is a very high pressured industry. It's sometimes people want to belong, and there's so much pressure from the outside people, and so people have experienced pressures from people. There's a lot of bullying that happens. People always feel like they have opinions in your life because you are a creative, or rather they see themselves, they see creatives as celebrities. So that puts pressure, and also burnout as well, because there's a lot of touring in between gigs. So there's so much that artists deal with, hence they end up resorting to drugs because they see it as a coping mechanism, and they don't
Mm.
realize that that's not the solution. But those are the reasons that they end up going into that, because of the pressures of the industry, having to produce, having to keep up, and staying relevant as well. So those are the kind of things that really, I think, affect the creatives as a whole. And like I was saying, pressure also from external forces, people always having opinions about your lives. So that really, really becomes heavy on any individual. So when you don't have that kind of support and that a network of people where you can share your experiences with, it's really difficult. So it's easy to resort to substance abuse. It's easy to go into your corner and into a corner of a dark space where you don't want to share anything with anybody because you feel like people are going to be judging you. You feel like people are going to be criticizing you about this and that. So I think that's what really leads people to experience those challenges.
Hmm. It's really tough. It really is tough now that I'm actually thinking about it and hearing you, share these causes with us. And if there's a creative that's, participating and is watching, right now and is thinking, wow, this is what I'm going through. What words of advice would you give them? What can they do, to process all these things that you've just shared with us?
I think the main thing is, like I said, that we are there to offer support. We want to encourage them to be in contact with us, to to learn to actually step out and talk. I know it's not easy, it's easier said than done, but just to encourage them to talk about, what they're going through. There's different platforms, there's resources online where they can go online and just see how to, navigate through that difficult challenges, or connect with people like us where we can say we want to offer one-on-one, I am in a private and confidential environment where we say we want to be there to support you, or if you prefer group settings, we have workshops that we run as well. So be in contact really, and really go out there to get help for your own mental well-being. It's important
For
to
us
really.
as members of the public, members of the community, what can we do to reduce this? Because I think we are also contributing big time, to this challenge that our creatives are facing.
Yes, I think the reason members of the community contribute is lack of understanding, I would believe. So I think it's important for us to create awareness, to educate people about these issues, about mental health matters, and really to be supportive, and just to be kind to people. I think it's important that we need to remember to be kind at all times, and to be compassionate towards people, because we contribute. If you're not kind to people, we end up pushing them to go into those dark zones. So if we can just offer support, learn, understand what it means, what mental health means, that it is important to ensure that a person is whole, their holistic well-being is taken care of. And for that to be taken care of, it means we need to be supported. So that's all I can just say to the community, to encourage people to educate themselves and to learn and to understand, and really to be kind and loving to people.
I couldn't agree more. We need to watch what we say and not just say, whatever that comes to our head, because words are very harmful, and they can do more
Exactly.
bad than good. So we need to be mindful of the things that we say to others. Um, so, what are
True.
some of the
With words,
challenges?
sorry, with words
Yes.
we can build, and with words we can break people. So it's important to watch what we say.
It definitely. I think I should actually
Mm.
write that somewhere down and remind myself constantly that, our words have power. What challenges have you faced within your foundation, or what challenges have you experienced with just trying to run the foundation itself, or, be it internally or externally?
I think the main challenge is really when you run an organization is financial lack of financial support. It's not easy running a foundation, but so the challenges comes where you need to. I mean, you need resources, you need um,
Mm,
administration costs and all of that. So it is important to really get a support, especially financial support. As it is, we don't have support from government or anything. Like I don't know if I mentioned earlier, we're still fairly new. I mean, I only registered the foundation last year, so I cannot say that we have not received much support from government because we have not explored these avenues. But I think from my experience, really, it's just running the foundation, the challenges comes from the financial aspect of things.
mm, mm. No, I hear you. And the amazing work that you're doing, even though you were saying, you just started last year, but all the good that has come alone from this foundation is amazing. So well done to you and your team on that one.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
So if there's someone who wants to support your amazing initiative and they're thinking, look, what you're doing is amazing, how can they support you? What do you need support with?
Well, they can get in contact with me. I can share my number on 076 838 3249, and they can just let us know how they want to support, whether it's financial support or whether we always looking for young students, people who are studying psychology. We're also looking for mental health professionals who are willing to be part of our team, because we can oversee that this is going to be good. And we're going to need, as it is, we've got a psychiatrist on board, we've got a psychologist, we've got counselors, we've got a social worker. So that's the team. So we are always looking for young people who are passionate about making a difference and really, really wanting to see people become whole and being a better version of themselves. So if you are that type of a person and you say you want to offer your time, we are open to support. Really, any kind of support for us, really, it means a lot. And
I
organizations
love
as
that.
well that are willing to partner with us and collaborate with us to, impacting and making a difference in the community of creatives. We are saying that we are open for that, and we will appreciate and will be blessed to have them on board.
I love that. You're not only asking for financial support, but you're also saying your time alone will also go a long way, in empowering and assisting others.
Yes, indeed, indeed, indeed.
All right. And I also understand that you have a background in mental health yourself. So do you mind maybe, just sharing a bit about that with us?
Yes, I studied psychology, and recently I've just done a graduate program to become a counselor. So that's my background, and I'm also an educator as well. So basically, in a nutshell, and obviously I've also been in a business. So that's basically my background. So I've studied psychology, and I'm not stopping. I'm continuing because I'm really, really interested, and I'm really, really passionate about making a difference and really understanding how we behave as human beings. I think it helps us to have a better understanding of relating with people around us. So I think the
Mm.
background and the information and the knowledge that I've acquired in this field has helped me to be able to navigate. So for me, I'm using music and my background in mental health to be able to assist people within my space, because I find it as a very therapeutic thing. That's what I use to escape. That's what I use to cope. It's my coping mechanism.
I love that. Impressive, and you're using what you already have to better yourself and keep moving forward. So well done to you on that one. And I think
Thank
many
you.
of us need to learn, to do so and just make use of what we already have. Um, you mentioned that, you also have managed artists. Are you still doing it? If there's someone who's thinking, I want this lady to be my manager.
Yes, yes, I am still doing it. I've got Dynamite Entertainment. It's a talent development. We develop talent, we mentor, and we coach people who are in the industry, young and upcoming DJs, young and upcoming artists. I've had the privilege of working with the well-known artists that I've worked with, even from grassroots level. So that's what we do. That's what we believe in talent development, and just seeing people, become successful in the creative space. So not only we offer mental health support, but we also help them nurture their talent.
Amazing that you are indeed a dynamite. You are doing so much with the little resources you have, but you're
Okay.
already making such a huge impact. And my prayer is that, may God bless you with the financial resources and everything else that you need to ensure that all your amazing initiatives are a success.
Amen. We receive that. We receive that.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
So before we let you go, do you have any words of encouragement that you would like to say, to other women? We're gonna say women on this one because it's Women's Month. August is Women's Month, and because we're celebrating all the amazing and dynamic women out there, is there any words of encouragement you'd love to leave with women all over Africa? Today before we say our goodbyes.
I think what I want to say to women is to prioritize their mental health and self care. It is important to bring themselves first because, if you bring yourself first, you are able to help others. If you're not going to bring yourself first, you won't be able to pour into other people's, cups. So for you to pour into somebody else's cup, you need to ensure that your cup is filled. And how is your cup filled? Prioritize yourself. And we see you, we love you, and we see your strength and your determination. And I wish each and every woman a wonderful Women's Month, and may they soar and be high like eagles and fly high like eagles and be the best
I
versions
love
of
that.
themselves. Thank
I
you.
love that. You got me smiling and thinking, yes, please, more of that upon myself. And if there's a
Yes,
woman
yes.
also that's feeling that's a bit hesitant or scared to go into in the business sector, and the thinking that's not for me. I mean, you have so many businesses going for yourself. What would you say to that woman who's scared to take that step?
I think it starts with self-belief. They need to believe in themselves. Once you believe in yourself and tap in the person in you, in the inner you, it's easy to step out. They must not be hard on themselves, that they must just step out there and believe in themselves and really trust that whatever they want to do will happen. It starts in the mind. Once you tell yourself that whatever I want to do is going to happen, it will indeed happen. I mean, I remember a few years ago when I started a restaurant, I did not have any form of capital, but because it was a dream that I had in high school and I believed that it's going to happen, it happens. So it's all about self belief and going for it. We all have a potential in us. So I know that when you believe in yourself and you tap into that potential, you can be whoever you want to be. And it's never too late to start. They must just go for it.
Thank you so much. And you've heard it. That was Tebogo Katsaitis. She shared her story with us, and I hope that you empowered and motivated to go on and just soar. As she said, you're gonna fly high like the eagle and just reach for your dreams and believe in yourself. My lady, thank you so much for taking the time, to share your wisdom and empower us. And may you continue to be blessed.
Thank you so much and have yourself a wonderful day and wonderful Women's Month.
Likewise. Goodbye,
Thank you.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.